The number one reason why home cooks often cut themselves while cooking is because they have a dull knife. Kind of like my friend Audrey over here.
Proof.
So that's why she's here today, because I'm going to show you how you can easily and manageably sharpen your knife at home. So if you're interested in that, then keep on watching. What's up, universe? It's Julie, your kitchen coach, and welcome back to our channel. And in case you're new, I'm a trained chef who's passionate about helping home cooks gain confidence in the kitchen. And today I have my friend Audrey here. And if you want to check out her information, she's a great illustrator, watercolor artist, calligraphy artist. I'll leave all of her information down here, so check it out also in the description box. She's here today because she is a home cook and doesn't really know how to sharpen knife at home. So what happened?
Yeah, I was cutting a red onion, the peel was on it, and I had my knife here, and the knife just slid right off of the peel right onto my finger, and the knife just landed on my finger, and I was afraid that I may have cut my finger, but obviously it didn't. My finger's intact, but yeah.
It did take the skin,
it was scary.
Right?
Yes.
And that's happened to me too, because sometimes when you're not careful and you just have like a little slip, that's because the knife is not gripping on to the waxy onion because it's a little duller. And even though sharp knives seem intimidating, it's actually more safe for you to have a sharp knife. I have an electric knife sharpener, and that's what we're going to use. Typically, with chefs in restaurants, they'll use something like this. This is called a Whetstone, and it's just like this block. But the thing about this is that this is manageable to use at home, but you would have to keep the angle of your knife at this 15 degrees and be consistent without messing up. So that's kind of hard. So I feel like unless you are a trained chef, it's a little bit harder to do. Not that it's unmanageable. So if you feel like you can do it, you can definitely get a Whetstone. But I highly recommend an electric knife sharpener like this one. Don't mind my little notes. I have cheat sheet notes here. So this is the Chef's Choice Trizer 15. It comes with 3 different chambers. So you're gonna go from coarse to fine. So from like coarse to kind of like fine grading it and then polishing. So Audrey's gonna do that because I actually recommended a knife to her. And how do you like it?
Yes, I've been using this for about 1.5 years, and I use it almost daily, but yeah, I really like it. First of all, I like that it's light. Yeah, like having a heavy knife is just another reason why I would be scared to use a knife. So I really like the lightness of it and the length of it and the fact that it was super sharp when I first got it, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, all a plus. And it's affordable.
That's the best part, because a good chef's knife could run you like over $150 for one knife, but this was like what around like 40 or something, right? So that's the same one I have, but to the point where I had to put taper on it so that we would not mess it up. This is the one that I'm always recommending to you guys on all of my videos, and honestly, I'm not sponsored by them at all. So this is the Victorinox Fibrox Pro 8-inch chef's knife, but I really love it. It's affordable and it's good for home cooks. So we're gonna use that. So it does already come at a 15-degree blade, and it's sharpened on both sides. If you are using a Japanese chef's knife, you might have to change the directions of what I'm doing a little bit. Like they'll come in your little instruction manual for Japanese knives. So because Japanese knives often are only sharpened on one side.
Oh.
Yeah, you can still use this, but you're gonna have to follow the directions with that and not maybe use both sides of the bevels, both chambers. We're gonna start by doing the paper test to see how your knife is, because I actually don't know if your knife is sharp. Like maybe it's decently sharp and I just don't know.
Right.
So we're gonna grab a piece of paper. You're gonna carefully hold it and almost to the heel, not like all the way down here. Try to grip it, right? Oh, mine's not even that sharp. And then go all the way down like that.
Okay. It's very dull.
It might take a little bit.
Oh boy.
It might not work because it probably is not even sharp enough.
Oh, okay,
there you got it. So you can see right there, it's pretty jaggedy. Okay.
I need help.
And then we're gonna do the tomato test next. So mine is probably sharper than Audrey's at this point. We'll see. And we're just gonna grab a tomato. I'll get out of the way because I know you're a righty also. And then just try to, push forward and do thin slices. How does that feel?
Yeah, there's some resistance. I feel like I'm having to exert a little bit more force
Right.
with my hand. I can feel it slipping just a little bit. Yeah.
right? Like it's starting to catch onto the waxy skin, whereas mine, it actually doesn't catch at all.
Yeah.
It's almost like buttery smooth the way it glides.
Definitely not mine.
If you want to compare, you can switch to my knife and see how that feels.
Sure. Oh yeah, no effort at all. No effort.
So you could see why you wouldn't cut yourself with a sharper knife.
Right.
Now we're moving on. I'm gonna actually be doing it from my perspective, right? And you should understand that because I can't sharpen it backwards. But we're gonna basically turn it on. And the reason that I recommend this one, this is pricey. This could be about $150 or more, depending on, it fluctuates in price. But I recommend this one over a manual knife sharpener and over other electric knife sharpeners. First of all, it won like best knife sharpener for America's Test Kitchen. They test a bunch of knife sharpeners and they do it like almost every year, and it keeps winning on top because there's a spring loaded in here. So in between these chambers, there's a spring that doesn't give that much give. So it allows your knife to be at the perfect angle. So it's kind of like foolproof. Where a lot of other electric sharpeners, the spring is a little wider. So there's chance for error. Like you could be angling it differently. Second of all, there's actual diamond wheels. So there's wheels in here that are coated with like diamond pieces, and diamond is harder than steel, and it's gonna grind that steel out. And a lot of knife sharpeners don't have the diamond in it also, so it's not gonna like get to that like nice edge that you're looking for. And because there's so many chambers here, it's definitely easy to use. It's literally almost foolproof. I put these little cheat sheet things here because it's hard to remember, so you might have to do that too. But
question.
Yes.
Was that information also in the manual?
It's in the manual, but it does take a little finagling, you know? So like, I feel like if you just read the manual, it might be a little still hard to understand, which is why I'm making videos like this, because I feel like you need it, right? But you want to go through about up to 20 passes, but we're going to alternate. So basically take each section as it is. So when you alternate, you're going to go one side, then the other side, then one side, then the other side, like that. So when I mean 20 passes, then you're thinking more like 20 pairs, right? So it's like, this is one,
right?
Okay. It depends on how dull your knife is. We can start by doing like maybe 10 or so passes. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna check for a burr. A burr is the little edge that feels kind of like wavy. So if you finish on the right side, so if I'm pulling like this, and I finish on the right chamber, right? The burr will form on the right side. Okay. So if you check it on the left side, it'll feel smooth. So you're gonna go like this and creep your fingers towards here, and then you'll feel kind of like this weird bumpy edge. You don't wanna swipe your finger across, obviously, but you're gonna feel for the burr. If there's no burr, you keep going until there's a burr.
Okay.
And then once there's a burr, you go through here, you check again for a burr. If there's no burr, you keep going. And then if there's a burr, then you move on to the third. So you basically have to look for the burr, if that makes sense.
Look for the burr.
A little button here. Okay, so we'll do it with Audrey's knife. So you're gonna hold it for about 3 to 4 seconds, not too long and not too short. Okay, the other side. And you see that kind of tip my knife up a little bit at the tip. You're gonna try to get as close to the edge as possible, but it's kind of hard, right? Because it gets in the way. So you just try your best. So that was 1. 2. Do you want to try? I know it might be a little intimidating.
How far do I have to go down?
Yeah, like that, all the way down. Yep, perfect. See, she did it already. Yep, that side always ends up being a little bit harder to do, but there you go, you just did it. Okay.
I guess what I didn't realize was that it is slightly angled.
Yes.
And so I was trying to hold it straight, but you actually want to hold it slightly at an angle.
This is at a 15 degree.
Right.
Which is the sharpest. Why I keep saying 15 degrees, that's the sharpest that you can get for a knife angle. So traditionally in the past, European, like Western knives were at 20, and only Japanese and Asian were 15. But nowadays, most knives are at 15. Keep going, yep. This is literally her first time ever doing this.
Is that 4?
It was about 4. I don't know, we'll probably like, you know, it's okay if we go a little more too, if it needs it. So the last chamber that Audrey did was on the right side, so then the burr should form on the right side. Okay. So you creep closer, and then you start kind of seeing if there's like a weird wobbly edge, almost like an extension of the edge. Does it feel rough at all?
Yes.
It does? Okay, now keep going all the way to the end. Do you feel it kind of being rough? Like if you feel my knife, there's no burr.
Right. No, there's definitely a rough edge to it.
So it's up to you if you want to feel like she's done it about 10 passes, so 10 pairs, right? Yeah, no, it's a pretty good burr.
Okay.
Like we can try doing it maybe like 2 more pairs. Okay. Audrey's doing a great job doing it like nice and slow. There is a temptation to go faster and faster, but you just want to go slow. Yeah, 3 to 4 seconds. It's distinct, you can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we can move on to the next step. Okay. After we do the whole process, if you feel like, you know what, I kind of want it a little sharper, we can like kind of repeat, like go again. The middle one, we're gonna go 1 to 2 pairs, okay? So 1, 2, at 3 seconds. So just like a tiny hair faster than the way you did this first one. That was a good speed. This is awesome. This is literally first time. Okay, and feel the burr. Okay. Can you feel a burr?
Yeah, it's slightly less.
It's slightly less, but there's still a burr. Okay, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna do 3 pairs. And this is gonna go 2 to 4 seconds. So you're gonna go kind of a hair faster. Okay. And then after that, you're gonna swipe through it 2 pairs, 1 second. Okay. So you're just gonna be able to go shoop, shoop, like that. Okay, go a little slower than that. Okay. Yep. That's good. 3 pairs. And then we're gonna go 2 pairs, 1 second each. So a little faster, just kind of like the first time you did it.
Okay.
That's good? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Now feel if there's a burr. Shouldn't be. Is there a burr?
Just slightly, okay. I think.
If there's slightly, then we can do another pass during the polishing. Yeah, it's pretty nearly gone, but we can do, so that's up to you too. You can go through like and do maybe like 1 or 2 more pairs, the slow one again. I hope this is helpful, you guys. If it is, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and a comment below. Also subscribe. Also give Audrey a thumbs up if she's doing a great job being my little co-host. And then I would do the fast one again. One more time. She's already getting it. She's already doing it without like me coaching her. Okay, try for the burr.
Oh yeah, a lot smoother now.
Okay, so you see it right here. There's no editing. We're gonna try the paper again. It might not be as like smooth or whatever, but it should be better than what she did before. Okay. So. And then face down. Ooh, so it's working. Yeah, it's the first part that's hard, but yeah, definitely it cuts the paper. There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so it's working. So now let's see. And again, she can go through this because she only did 12 passes the first time. Yeah. Because every time you do a pass in the coarse one, you are actually taking off a little strip of the metal, right? That's why I said don't over sharpen. Right. But if it feels like it's not enough, she could have probably gone up to 20 passes. So it's up to you if you want to do that later. Yeah. I'm also going to show her the next step, which is honing, which will help a lot too.
Ooh, so much better.
Is it?
A lot easier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Oh yeah, so much better. Yeah.
So after we film, it's up to Audrey if she wants to pass it through again. So she would basically just do what she did on camera, but maybe go through the course one like maybe like 5 more times or something like that. Yeah. And then repeat the whole process.
I feel like it may not need it.
Yeah. Because you can always do it again later. Yeah. Like after like a couple of months, like if you feel like it just needs another refreshing, like I'm always here, you can always come back and just do it again.
Thank you.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you the next step, which is honing. So one thing that I feel like home cooks don't necessarily do at home, or they do it incorrectly, because I've seen people try to imitate what they see on TV with this. I'm sure you know what this is. Do you know what this is?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a honing rod, okay? So sometimes they're called different things. Sometimes they're called steel. But here's the thing. A lot of people, sometimes they come with your knife kit. And some people think that this sharpens your knife, but it doesn't. You know what it actually does? it kind of re-hones the burr that's kind of like misshapen. So in a sense, it's kind of manually doing this number 3 thing.
Okay.
And sometimes you need to do that because as you're chopping, the metal gets a little wonky or like some parts get chipped off or whatever. So you're just gonna realign the edge.
Okay.
So you see sometimes chefs, I'll use my knife, doing crazy, like, you know, on camera, they're like, and I'm actually doing it correct because I know how to do it correct and I don't even have to look, you know?
Yeah.
But this is hard to get it at the right angle. And what I recommend is holding it upside down like this and getting a firm grip. Yeah. Also, I'll have some recommendations of steels or honing rods down in the description box, as well as anything I mentioned here, like the knife or this knife sharpener down in the description box if you want to check it out. This one, this is from my culinary school. Yeah. So I don't even know what brand this is. What you want to do is get a firm grip and you want to hold, like, I usually like to hold it kind of more like choked, you know, so your thumb is like closer here. You're going to try your best to imagine what a 15-degree angle is, okay? And you're going to just go like this from heel to tip down. And then you're going to switch to the other side. Try to hold it at about a 15-degree. And if you really need to do it mathematically, like this is 90 degree, this is 30 degree, that might help you. But you can see basically it's just like this, just shy of being straight, right? And you're just gonna go like this. And I would say maybe about like 20 passes. Sometimes it needs more, okay? So you basically, as you get better and better, you'll go faster and faster. But you're gonna go from heel to tip.
Like this?
Yep. Get your fingers out of the way though, yeah, but just get a good grip on it.
Is that good?
Yep, that's a good 15-degree right there. Perfect, perfect. The second, it is hard because you're going cross,
Yeah.
but just take your time. This is your very first time doing it.
How much pressure should I be?
That's a good amount of pressure.
exerting?
Yeah, so like you don't want to like bang it on the thing, but you know, you do want to add a little bit of pressure because you are honing it. So there are some good honing rods out there. There's different kinds. There's like ceramic and whatever, but I just like the plain old like steel or like carbon steel, that kind of thing. Honestly, for home cooks, it's best to do it. You'll see chefs doing it every day. But that's because chefs in restaurants are using their knife so much at high volumes and all day for like hours. So that's why they need to do it every day. For a home cook, even if you do it once a week, or if you stretch it like once every 2 weeks, I've gone once every 3 weeks. Just doing my home use. And this is the only chef's knife I use. Yeah. I don't use anything. I mean, I have other ones, but this is the only one I use. Every day it's my workhorse, and I cook like 3 meals a day. When I feel like it's not cutting through that waxy onion skin anymore, I hone it and you'll see a huge difference.
I'm very lost in this movement.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of relaxing, right? And she's getting faster and faster without even realizing because it's becoming very rhythmic, right?
I think I need one of these.
Yeah, I just wanted to break it down to show you that this is totally manageable at home.
Definitely.
Easy, and it is expensive to invest in this, but it's totally worth it because I've just invested in my one like inexpensive knife and it's been lasting me for years. Yeah. All this to say, once again, none of this is sponsored, not the electric sharpener, honing rod, or knife, but I just wanted to share because I know that this is like a huge topic for home cooks. If you have one of these guys and you have a honing rod, like you're good to go. You don't need anything else.
I'm the type of person that can get really clumsy, especially with machinery, but I think just having the right instructions and having the right tools is only gonna make you a better cook.
Yeah, I agree. And I really am proud of you, Audrey, because like she genuinely does not enjoy cooking, but I feel like you're starting to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so literally starting from scratch, starting from like your pantry organization at your home to getting the right knife, you know, to getting the right tools, and then slowly learning how to do this. You realize it's not as intimidating, right? That's the whole purpose of this video and of our channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to push like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and turn your notifications to all so that you know anytime we post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much. Good job.
Yay.
You're doing a good job, Audrey.
Thank you.
Because I didn't really give you a script, but you're just going for it. So thank you.
I'm scared to see all the weird faces I make.
We can just keep rolling. This is dead space, but yeah. A little button here. Whoops, is it even on? Is it plugged?
Well, you feel it, and then you tell.
Oh my gosh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Get ready.
Don't put that in the video.
Yeah. Yeah.